Hello and welcome back to another episode of Reach Your Happy with Laura. If you don't know, I am Laura. I am a Reiki master teacher. I am a life coach, and I come on here most of the time to talk about some of my life experiences, the insight I get with the intention of helping you somehow. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I felt called to offer a healing. So if you are open to receiving a healing from me, I will invite you to just give me permission. So even just a simple yes in your own mind, I'm open to receiving this healing, is more than enough for you to receive that at this time. Also, if you're deciding to play this 6 months from when I originally did it, know that it's going to serve you as you need it to, and you can also revisit this anytime you feel like you need a little more connection. So I'm going to invite you to set an intention for this time for yourself. Maybe it's peace or calm. Maybe you're needing some clarity. I like to, whatever my intention is, I like to finish the sentence with, for the highest good of all involved. So sometimes our minds think, this is exactly what I need, this is exactly what I want, and I like to invite you to step outside of that. Perhaps there's something more that can be delivered to you. So opening up the door to that potential. So today, calling in all the teams of light to surround this group receiving this healing today. We trust that the highest good of all will be served here. Whatever it is you need to move through, process, clear, and heal, we will touch upon today. And so it is. So the first thing that I'm getting is a reminder that I received yesterday that I'm going to give to you. That when you have something going on in your life, you have a decision to make, you have a problem, and you need a solution for it, that's definitely one piece of the puzzle, but often we are also presented with something deeper that we're needing to process, to heal, to recognize. So the invitation, when you're up against something, when you're feeling that tension, when you're having a struggle, is to first find relaxation in the body. So if you're holding your shoulders right now, relax them down. Maybe you're driving, get a little more comfortable in your seat. And this practice of settling the body in times of stress and in times of peace or calm helps train us to respond that way unconditionally. Continuously checking in with the body, reminding it to relax, to, if you tend to grip with your hips or your glutes, or, I know my husband often is like his toes, he's like up on his toes, he is a martial artist, but still I'm like, relax, let your body relax. So what is your current problem? Not saying it's not a problem, but there's more to it. We're going through this massive shift in our beliefs. It's like you pull out, a box of shoes you have had for years and years and years. And there's a pair that always gives you blisters. And there's another pair that is scuffed up and it never quite looked the same even when you polished it. And there's other pairs that fit you really well and you're really enjoying that. And to celebrate the pairs that fit you well, put that aside, but then to reflect on the things that no longer fit you, that aren't feeling so comfortable, that aren't in the state that you want them to be, and yet you keep them just in case. We do this with beliefs. We hold on to ways of being because, well, if I let go of it, what is that going to change? What do I now believe? But I have found in life, it is often that we are asked to let go to create space for a new energy, a new belief to enter in. So perhaps you actually are feeling called, inspired to clean out your closet, clean out your collection of shoes or books, magazines, mail, Tupperware. The movement of physical things creates energetic space in our bodies, in our homes, in our lives. And movement in conversation, going through some sort of struggle, having a difficult conversation with someone, know that it moves energy, and that, again, you think it's strictly about this one problem, but oftentimes life is guiding you to look at something much deeper than what the actual problem is. So how I would guide you into working through that is noticing your reaction to things. Noticing what makes you just flare up immediately. What makes you get defensive? What makes you respond in a way where you're like, not my best self here. And oftentimes our mind goes, well, yeah, of course that bothers me. That would bother anyone. And it's like, yeah, maybe, but probably not actually. You have unique triggers, and the only way to be living a more peaceful existence, to not simply be reacting to the world around us and the circumstances that are presented, is to pay closer attention, to bring the light of our awareness onto those flare-ups. Key is, when we flare up, when we react in a way that we really don't want to be reacting, the tendency, and this isn't for everyone, but I would say the majority tends to go into judgment, defensiveness, trying to protect what they feel. Now, that's completely okay if that's your initial response. To take it to the next level, if you're looking to continue to find this place of balance and peace within yourself, to start responding differently to the world, is to notice your judgment, to notice your defensiveness, to notice your desire to explain why you feel the way you feel. And maybe you have to go through that process of like actually doing that. I don't think you do, but maybe you feel you do. So I should have prefaced this first. Take what resonates, anything I say that you're like, I don't like that. Okay, put it to the side. Maybe it's for later, maybe it's just not for you at all. So the initial judgment and defensiveness, normal. Just acknowledging this is normal. My response to this is normal. And I would like to respond differently. So the only way we can really respond differently is to take a completely different stance. It's like you're standing one way and then you have to hop over here. And in my experience, hopping over here, away from judgment, what is the opposite of judgment? Acceptance. Sometimes that's too big of a jump. So what about just some compassion? Oh, all right, I'm a human. I'm responding this way that I don't really want to be responding. I have a choice here. My default is judgment, defensiveness, anger, whatever your thing is. And I have a choice to choose to look at myself more compassionately. Remove everyone else from the situation. Remove all the details. Just look at your response to the stimuli. Reminding yourself, I can choose different this time. And what you'll notice when you offer yourself compassion, when you note, I am human, it's okay, I responded this way, and I like to shift this a little bit, you may notice some anxiety. Your brain, your whole nervous system's going, wait, this isn't how we do this. I'm not used to this. I'm uncomfortable. but growth happens in the discomfort. You do not grow when you're sitting cozy on your couch with a full fridge, full belly, everything's peaceful in your life. You don't grow there. It's so beautiful, and I encourage you to enjoy those periods of rest and reprieve, because what a blessing that is. But we don't grow there. We grow in discomfort. We grow when we're suffering. We grow when life keeps coming at us and we have to keep finding our center and keep finding a way through. And I just heard another belief come up from the background. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, that life is challenging me. No, this is the way. That life is challenging you says it should be an alarm bell. Oh, it's growth time. I'm ready for this lesson. I'm being given this because I have the wherewithal, I have the tools, I have the ability to navigate my way through this experience that ultimately is going to bring me to a higher level of evolution. And what else are we here for than to evolve? Look out at nature. It's all about the evolution. But I'm sure you could ask any bird, any animal, any creatures that survived over time, like, how your life been? How's that going for you? Was that easy? Were you like super comfortable all the time? If those animals could speak, they'd say, no, this constant never-ending pressure, this constant need for improvement. Every day I have to be 10% better so that my lineage survives. So this is the way. So that your suffering is not because you're unworthy, you're not good enough, you did something wrong. That your suffering simply says, I am human and I am having the experience I came here to be having. So big belief shifting and big energy shifting in the body. So maybe you've been having ear pain, throat pain, migraines, I didn't mean to rhyme that, digestive issues, reproductive issues, aches in the hips. I'm seeing like upset bellies, bloating, which could all be equated to your diet, to your lifestyle. Yes, maybe that's one thing that's actually tied to your worthiness and a calling to start to shift your relationship to yourself, because you are worthy of your time and attention and your love and your focus. But also know that the physical body is so dense, right? Our thoughts, they don't have a structure that they live in. You know, we don't have a thought box organ, but our other organs do. They're dense material. So our physical body, as we are evolving spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, the physical body tends to be the last to onboard. So it's like you can feel this separation. Sometimes you're like, wow, I am just cruising through this. Like I am so aware of this and such progress. And your physical body is like, if you're watching the screen, right? It's like, and then your expansion continues and then your body's still catching up. That is very normal. We have spikes in this sometimes, and I feel like the current state right now is spiking for the physical body. But our bodies know. They know exactly what to do. We don't need to micromanage our bodies. Instead, I see this massive kind of course correction in not dictating by our minds, by what social media says about our body and what we should be doing, what the best diet is, right? Every vegan will say, this is the way. Every paleo person will say, this is the way. Every carnivore diet will say it's this way. It's like, really? The way for you could be all those things together somehow. But your body will tell you the truth. It will reflect to you whether that vegan diet's working for you or not. You'll see it in your energy levels, your sleep, your general mood, your libido, your alertness, your brain activity. Your body is so wise. It knows exactly what to do. But when we're in judgment is when the body gets like, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? In pain in our body, discomfort in our body is simply our body saying, hi, hello, I'm your digestive tract. I need a little more fiber. I need a little more help. But instead we go, oh, the bloating, I'm so bloated. Right? We go into judgment instead of compassion. Oh, my stomach is telling me something. My body is saying something to me. And it takes just a moment of you turning inward instead of, oh, who's got the answers for me? Turning inward, you have a chest pain and it's like, yeah, I gotta get my cardio up. That is absolutely the message I'm getting here. You hold your knee, it's like, oh, this needs some stretching or some ice, right? Like, and I can say all this, but until you actually have some sort of physical discomfort and you take a moment to put your hand, two hands in that place and acknowledge the pain, just psychologically what that does. Like, I have a uterine fibroid. It is quite uncomfortable. And I was just so like, I didn't want to look at it. It just hurt so bad. I felt such an aversion to it. And until I started to put my hand on my stomach and communicate brain, body, fibroid, I hear you. I hear your call for help. That pain signal is your call for help, and I hear you. And I already have a surgeon lined up. Procedures are going to get done. This will be relieved. Thank you so much for your message. That was it. And it was like my nervous system went, mission accomplished, check mark. She got the message. I can take a load off now. I don't have to keep help, because she acknowledged that. So when you feel physical symptoms, earache, whatever it is, yes, I'm not saying, right, like I need medical intervention for this. But in the meantime, creating a different relationship with your body is going to change so much for you. There was a huge swing towards other people know better about me. And you know what? There are experts in the world. There are. And no one knows you and the signals of your body better than you. So it is such a gift that we can even bring this awareness to our bodies, to note, I didn't do anything wrong here, that my body is just signaling to me it's needing something, and I can listen. And developing listening skills, we learn to talk, we learn to communicate, but we don't learn to listen. And like anything that's new, we have to practice it. So I'll go days and days and days with a calf pain. And just this morning, it's probably been like a week. And then this morning I was like, oh, foam roll with the soft foam roller. Like I saw the image of my foam roller, and I know that I'm intuitive, so it may not come to you like that, but just try, see what comes through when you take just a moment to check in with yourself. Because I'm telling you, your body knows, and you are its master, and you are the ruler. You are one working unit with so many compartments, but ultimately you are the leader, and your body's just asking for you to turn inward a bit more and to just note what's going on. A little acknowledgement will go a tremendous ways. And we're just going to check in with the heart here. Yeah, and the word unsettled is coming up. Yeah, it's tough when we know that we're destined for more, that life is Like we're ready for it to feel better. We're ready for the love in our bed. We're ready for the finances to increase, for the flexibility to increase, for the freedom, for the deeper connection, for greater community, for a deeper awareness to be there, right? Like we so badly want what we want. And I'd like to invite you into feeling this energy that patience is a gift, that not getting what you want can also be a gift, that things could turn out the way you want or better. And look at the space between what you want and better. There is so many things that could be unfolding that because you're so rigid in your thinking and it needing to be this specific way for you, that you are cutting yourself off. You're not allowing the better to come in. And patience is a real pain in the ass. I fucking hate being patient. It goes against like my conditioning. Like, go get after it, figure it out, make it happen. You know, I'm a business owner. That's kind of like the energy of a business. It's like you have to make things happen. And if I'm sitting back and I'm relaxing, I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And with this uterine fibroid, it has been such a blessing to have to pause, to have to be patient. And in the patience, instead of pushing up against it, well, I pushed up against it for about 4 months. And then the past couple months, I've not been pushing up against it. And the freaking flowers that have bloomed out of this period of patience, I am telling you, it is worth your while to absorb this rest period, this downtime, this space between where you are and what you want, because it is filled. Like imagine, you know, glitter, right? I don't know if you ever use glitter. I'm guessing you have, even just as a kid, and it just got everywhere. Well, where you are to where you're going to be, it is, the path in between is filled with little gifts, glitter just everywhere. But when you're so focused on not being where you want to be, you don't notice the glitter. You don't notice the treats along the path. You just feel like you're constantly suffering and constantly not where you want to be. And it's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Remember, there's a divine orchestration going on here. I know you're not thinking about your heart beating. I know you're not thinking about blood going all the way down to your feet if you have them. I know you're not thinking, okay, brain waves, activate, activate, activate. There's so much more going on than we could possibly see or fathom. And sometimes we need to zoom out of our own suffering for a second and go, wait, I'm being called to be patient right now, and I'm struggling with that. But what do I have to be grateful for here? Gratitude, it's like a magic vacuum. It just sweeps stuff up. It just adds a lightness that there is so much to be grateful for here and now, and that you're always going to want something that you don't quite have yet, that you haven't moved towards. But that doesn't mean we need to give up because, there's always going to be something else that I'm wanting to acquire or understand or feel or experience. The journey to the next goal of yours, the next manifestation, like when I get this removed, the freedom I'll feel in my body to be able to bend over just fine, for my pants to fit right, for I can lay on my back comfortably again. Like there's so much that I'm eager for, but in the meantime, I know the person I have become from the beginning of this problem towards the solution I wouldn't trade that for the world. And I'm able to speak on this because I'm at a certain level in my suffering. I have looked for the glitter along my trail because that's the only thing I had some days. Yeah, and I just got stopped trying to make it look pretty and clean and put together, because no one's got it put together. Because this is just all a jumbled mess. It is. It's just a jumbled mess of a bajillion choices, a bajillion outcomes with a bajillion people. You know, it's wild what we're doing here. So giving yourself some credit. Remembering I don't have to figure it all out right in this moment, that I am on a path and I can't see the bigger picture. And you know what? Nor am I supposed to, because if I was supposed to, I would see it. And what a gift it is that we have free will, that we can keep making different choices, that we can keep choosing a different response to our triggers. And not to oversimplify it, but we are just humans here for a short period of time. We owe it to ourselves to not be so damn hard on ourselves. Set goals, be disciplined, be focused, ask for what you want, allow help and love in, you know, what you feel called towards. It's not for no reason. It's unique to you. It's your calling. It's your gifts. It's your life unfolding before you. But giving up this idea that you're doing something wrong, that you ought to be somewhere else, that something's amiss, letting that just start to fall off. And when the anxiety rises up and the anger and the fear and the confusion rises up, just notice it. Because you know you can't pack it down. We can try, we can drink it down, we can eat it down temporarily. But eventually it's got to come up and out. And again, our bodies are so wise. They know what to do. They know how to release something. So when something gets triggered, even noting as well, this is coming up for me. This is being released for me. This anxiety, it's a wave. I let it up and out, and I will respond in a way that is loving and compassionate. Because I've tried this whole be really hard on myself thing, and it's just like not really what I'm trying to do anymore. You have a choice. You are so loved. Thank you for showing up for this healing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just gonna close out the session, swiping your body head to toe, wrapping you in golden healing light, up and over your head, closing out this time together. Thank you for your part in this. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your realness. I appreciate you so much. And until next time, take good care. I love you. Bye-bye.